Today in the studio we'll be having some fun decorating a plain tote bag using marbling inks. Step 1. To protect your tote bag, take a piece of old cardboard and we're going to just trace around the outside of the bag. This will allow us to create a protective strip of card inside the tote so the ink doesn't sink through to both sides. Now we have a design that we can trace and use and cut out to place inside the center of our bag. To keep our tote bag nice and strong, we will take our cardboard cutout and we will place it on the inside of our tote bag. The next step is to fill your basin with about 1 to 2 centimeters of water. Before I start to marble, I like to select my colors. I recommend giving the bottle a good shake so that you know your colors are nice and mixed. I also take the lids off my ink so that I have them sitting and ready to use. This will make the process so much easier when you go to ink. Today I've picked pink, black, blue, yellow, and a nice splash of orange. And the last thing that you will need for your marbling is a sharp end so that we can swirl our pattern. So today I'm using the end of a paintbrush, but you can use anything. If you have a pencil, it's possible to use the pencil, just something that you can put into water and wipe down to add our swirls. We're ready to go. I have my bag prepared sitting to one side. I have my inks. So my first job is to now take the ink and we're going to just squirt some drops onto the water. As you can see, the ink immediately starts to disperse. So I have a selection of orange. I'm going to add a splash of yellow now. I really enjoy all the patterns that this makes on the surface of the water and the beautiful detail you can capture. I want to add a splash of pink and maybe a little bit of blue. Look at that beautiful pattern that we have. So now we're going to swirl. So the next step for us is to blend our little ink dots together to make a beautiful pattern. So I advise that you do this nice and gently. It gives you a lot more control over the ink and allows you to create some really cool, fun shapes and patterns that will transfer onto our bag. I like how this is looking. You can decide before you print your bag if you want to add a bit more color. I think I'm going to add a tiny bit more yellow because I really like it. And I'm just going to gently break up those large blobs of yellow that I just put in to make some very cool patterns. And as you can see, I'm not manipulating the surface too much because if you stir it lots, you're going to eventually make the ink go like a really funny color. I might add a few more drops of pink. So this is up to you. You can make it all the colors that you really enjoy. I'm going to swirl those round, and maybe one more splash of blue. As you can see, lots of beautiful detail. So when you're ready, you're going to take your tote bag and you're going to very gently just place it onto the surface of the water. So we're not going to submerge it, we're just going to gently press it down and make sure that our surface gets lots of nice contact whilst we protect the back of the bag. So pattern that's appeared on the side of our bag. So don't worry that it's quite dark at the minute. This will dry up to be really beautiful bright colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside and we're going to let this dry. So we'll put this to one side. Remember, it's important to wait till your bag is really bone dry before adding your little details, otherwise they will fall off. But there is our little space-themed tote bag. So here we are with our little marble bag finished off. So I love these because they're great for carrying things like my lunch and any things I might need for class.